Hi, Jonathan York from IRG BOP. I'm looking for the final wrap of the year on the financial markets. Obviously the big news this week has been the acceptance by the Hanover investors by a very small majority, over the 75%, to accept the Allied deal. That has seen Allied shares trade down from just over 20 cents, currently trading around 14 cents. Remember, Hanover got their shares given to them at around 20.7. So there's certainly been a little bit of selling pressure out there, and it'll be interesting to see how that materialises over the next few weeks. If you do have some Allied shares and you're interested in selling them, give us a call at 0800 867 323. The other news out there, globally, you've seen a little bit of a bounce back in the US dollar. It's interesting now that for the year, the US dollar is probably going to finish up pretty flat for the year, may even be small up. A lot of people have been selling the US dollar over the course of this year. What they're just doing is looking at taking profits and unwinding that position coming into the year end. Certainly looking forward, it'll be very interesting to see how the US dollar trades, and obviously the implications for the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar currently trading around sort of 70 cents versus the US. Potentially that could get reasonably weak if you do see a renewed strength in the US dollar. You've also seen quite a pullback in gold as well, and again, it'd be interesting to see how that pans out going into 2010. Also this week as well, we've seen revised figures out of Treasury for the state of the New Zealand economy. What we see now is that the deficit will only be for 8 years rather than 10 years. We've also seen revised GDP of shrinking only 0.4 as opposed to the 1.7 to the March. Unemployment will now peak at 7% rather than the 8% was previously forecast. So how does that impact on the investment decisions? Certainly if you see the New Zealand economy pick up a little bit stronger than was first forecast, then there is obviously greater potential for rate increases, and also as well the magnitude of the increases as well. Dr. Bollard has revised his rhetoric on interest rates now. We were talking about sort of the end of 2010 before we saw any official change. Now that's been brought forward to mid-2010, and indeed some analysts and economists are even forecasting that as early as February this year, as early as February 2010, we could see an increase in interest rates. That will obviously impact the annual resets, but also the fixed rate bonds as well. So certainly call us if you have any questions on the implications for your portfolio. Just like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tauranga office will be closed here from the 23rd until the 11th of January, but Auckland will be open. If you have any dealing questions or questions about your portfolios, call Auckland on 0800 474 669. So Tauranga will be open until the 23rd, that's your usual number, 0800 867 323, or check out the website www.irgbop.co.nz. Just wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from everyone at IRG. Thank you.